Talking About Rock, Season 4, Episode 13 with GUS G from Firewind. Talking About Rock is sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo, where they're making musicians every day. Joining us now, one of metal's reigning guitar virtuosos. He was the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne lead guitarist. He is here to chat with us today about his hard rock power metal band Firewind. They will release their 10th studio album, Stand United, on March 1st. Let's welcome GUS G to the show. Gus, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Doing great, man. So for more than 20 years, Firewind has been enthralling heavy music. You're fans with a blend of hard rock and power metal. And of course, your razor sharp riffs, power hooks, and solos, man. Tell us a little bit about starting this project out.
Oh, man. A long time ago. It was like, I think it was late 90s. I was 18 or something, just after high school. And the whole idea began in Boston, out of all places, because I had attended Berklee College of Music for a brief time. And while I was there, I decided during the first semester to drop out of college and start my own band. And I recorded a demo with the help of some of my friends and classmates. And I basically baptized the project Firewind, and
Awesome.
I started sending my demos around to labels. And yeah, it took a while until, to get things off the ground, because it was just me. There were no members really of the band. It was just friends helping me out. I later ended up leaving America. I lived in Sweden for a while, kept doing demos. Well, eventually we got signed to a small American label called AFM Records. And first album came out 2002. So, we've been at it since then, I guess.
Right. So you got the new album, Stand United. It features 9 brand new songs produced by Dennis Ward, as well as a cover of the Romantics track you got on there, Talking in Your Sleep. What made you guys choose that cover song?
Believe it or not, we were struggling. We wanted to do a cover. We wanted to release one, but we were struggling to find one, because all the 80s songs that we like, they've pretty much been done like by all metal bands.
Right,
at least once.
Right.
So
maybe twice, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it was like one of those situations where we were discussing, like it wasn't going anywhere. And Talking in Your Sleep is one of those songs that here in Greece, it's a lot on the radio still, like on classic rock radio.
Yeah. I remember the day it was on the radio all the time here. Yeah, you'd hear it like at least twice a day.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still on classic rock radio over there in America, but or certain parts of America. I'm not really sure, but I know it was a hit in the 80s. And anyways, but it was one of those songs that it always comes up on the radio here. So when I'm driving around, I always hear that song.
Right. You just hear it. You're like, you know what? I hear this song all the time. Maybe we should just do that one, right? Make it a little easier.
Yeah. And I love that song. It's not like, I really love it. And I thought, it's one of those moments where you're just driving around and like a light bulb goes up and it's like, oh, that one.
Yeah. I've been looking around and it's been right there. Right.
Yeah. And I told the other guys in the band, I said, hey, how about this one? Do you guys know this song? And everybody was like, really excited, like, oh yeah, we love this song. So everybody in the band was like into it. So
cool.
The decision was easy from that point on.
Yeah. Well, I've been listening to some of the songs on here, but tell us about the new song you guys got, Fallen Angel. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's a song that actually I had to rewrite a couple of times. I did a lot of versions of it. The original one, I remember, had a different chorus. And I remember I sent it to Herbie, and he said, it's a great riff, but I don't think the chorus is really a chorus.
Right.
So I went back and like I really worked hard at it, and then I really worked hard at the arrangement and added more parts, and it just became one of those songs that it has a lot of stuff happening. I think it's a good blend of like classic metal, but also like has a modern touch. There's some electronic elements, some synths on that, but it's, at the same time, it's very heavy and like kind of modern. Like there's this breakdown part, like this guitar breakdown riff right after the chorus that comes up, and that's pretty cool. And anyways, we worked hard on it. I think it's one of the standout tracks on the album, and I mean, lyrically, it's about the eternal good and evil, good versus evil battle, I guess.
Right, that's always happening. Yeah, well, I think it's a great song for sure. So let's check out the song and the video for Fallen Angel from Firewind. I'll be right back here on Talking About Rock with Gus G. Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock. Just checked out the song from Firewind there, Fallen Angel. Very cool, man. You always got those tasty licks in there that we were all waiting to hear. And from what I was reading, you were inspired to start playing guitar by listening to your father's copy of Frampton's Comes Alive, right? Which it was a groundbreaking album for Frampton. That kind of put him to the forefront, right? That was like that was the beginning of let's put out live albums because to see what these people really are about, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I'm not sure about the statistics, but I heard that this is probably like the best-selling live album of all time, or something like that.
Oh yeah, it
Oh,
was huge in the day. You know, my siblings were playing it all the time. Have you got a chance to read his book yet? I was just started
oh,
reading his memoir. Do you feel like I do?
I haven't read it. No.
So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty cool so far. It gives you a lot of in-depth stuff, but I was checking it out. Yeah, I've always been a big Peter Frampton fan, and when I read that, I'm like, oh, very very cool. That was definitely a huge album for them back in the day. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I met him once in 2011, I think. It was right around that time when I was joining Ozzy's band, 2010 probably. And he was rehearsing next door to us. Uh, and the studio manager said, "Oh, Peter Frampton is down here." He was rehearsing with his band for he was gonna do like a late night TV show or something.
Right.
And I was like, "Oh my God, would it be okay to say hi to him? Because like he's the reason I pick up the guitar."
Right. That's very
and
cool.
and and the studio owner there, he said, don't worry about it. So he went and told him that, the guys from Ozzy's band are rehearsing here as well. So he came over after his rehearsal, and we got to meet him, and he was super nice. And I told him, like, dude, like, you don't even know, I'm from a small country in Europe, Greece. You've never been there, you've never played there,
Right.
but somehow my father had the Frampton Comes Alive vinyl, and that you're the reason I picked up the guitar. He was super sweet.
Yeah, he seems just like a great guy for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, let's talk a little about your invitation actually for your audition for Ozzy's show. So right in 2009, you were sent an email, I guess, from Ozzy's management team to learn several songs and take a flight to Los Angeles. What was that about? What was that like? Did you like get this email and think like, oh, somebody's pulling a prank on me or something? Or
Actually, no, because I had heard that name because the person, I'm not going to say names, but it was a person who worked for Sharon Osbourne Management. And I happened to know that person, not personally, but I knew the name because I had played with Arch Enemy on Ozfest in 2005.
right,
So I knew that person. He was in the production team. And when he reached out, I knew who it was, so I knew the email was legit.
right.
So yeah, but I was just mistaken. Originally, I thought they might be interested in like maybe having Firewind on, Ozfest second stage or something like that.
Right. You didn't know he was
But
looking for a new axe, man, right?
yeah, exactly.
Right, very cool. So in 2012, you actually toured with Ozzy as part of the Ozzy and Friends European tour, right? With Slash, Zach Wilde,
Yeah.
and Geezer Butler. Is there anything you can tell us a little bit of story about that tour at all? Got anything to share with the listeners that they might be interested in hearing?
I mean, that was a crazy tour. Like, just the lineup, it was incredible, and for me, like being such a fan of those guys, it was just crazy to be up on that stage jamming with Zach and Slash, and it was a lot of fun, that tour. It was about 6 weeks over in Europe. So yeah, man, I don't know. It was good times. I mean, I don't know what. I
Yeah,
mean,
definitely.
we did a couple of Ozzy and Friends one-offs after that, but it was with different people. I think Tom Morello joined for some of those shows, but that was like later down the line in 2015 or something.
Yeah. That'd just be
Um,
outstanding to play with Slash, Zach Wilde, and Geezer Butler was there also, right? So that's just
yeah,
like the creators of metal there with you, you know.
well, yeah, dude, like playing Paranoid, because that was like the big closing of the show. Playing Paranoid with everybody up on that stage, it's just mind blowing.
Very, very cool. And I was reading your nickname or your name G was given to you by a friend that you met or you were living with when you came to the US, right? Is that kind of how that started a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, because my name Gus, so somebody was just calling me G to make Gus even shorter.
Just say
So then I was,
G. Well, that was a
yeah,
hip
so
thing. That used to be a hip thing, right? You'd be like T or G or whatever, right?
yeah, exactly. And I mean, and when it was time to choose a stage name, because obviously with my Greek name, I knew I couldn't have an international career or something. So it's just too long and
Right.
weird.
People would just be killing the name anyways, right? They'd
Right.
be
So I
slaughtering
thought
it.
that Gus G is cool. I said I could be the Kenny G of heavy metal.
There you
That's
go.
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely sticks in people's memory for sure. So the new album for Firewind, Stand United, comes out March 1st. And you guys
Yep.
will be touring the US this spring, I think, starting April 15th in Canada. You're at Ground Control in Toronto, it looks like, right?
Actually, we're starting in April 11th in
Oh,
Jersey.
I didn't see that date yet.
So
Okay.
yeah. There's a couple of days before that, but we were kicking things off in Jersey on April 11th, and then I think we go to, I'm not sure, is it Pennsylvania or something like that? But all the dates are on our website. So yeah, we're doing one. Are you in Canada?
I'm located in New York, so not too far from Canada and not too
Okay.
far from PA either. So maybe catch one of those shows. Yeah.
Yeah, either PA or even New Jersey. That's also like what, 30-minute drive for you guys?
Jersey would be a little bit of a drive, yeah, but
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I wasn't sure.
yeah. I'm not in the city or
But
nothing, so
yeah, so yeah, we're doing New Hampshire, we're doing Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Reading or Reading it's called.
Reading. They say Reading,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We're doing Detroit, we're doing Indiana, we're doing Illinois, we're playing a couple of shows there. And then we go
Who
West Coast.
who you guys going out with? Who's supporting you?
We have Edge of Paradise with us.
Okay.
Great young band, and they're out in LA, and also Immortal Guardian, like a progressive metal
Yeah,
band.
yeah. I've heard of
And
them. Yep.
yeah. So it's a cool package, man. It'll be a cool package with, power metal, prog, cinematic stuff. So it's a good package. I hope people can come out and see us.
Yeah, it definitely sounds cool. So you folks are, if you got a chance, catch Firewind when you can, and check out the new album, Stand United. I want to say thank you, Gus G, for joining us today. It was a pleasure to chat with you, man. We hope to catch up with you at one of the upcoming shows, man. And best of luck on the new album, Stand United, man.
Thank you so much.
Yep, excellent. If you folks out there have comments or questions for us, you can email us at talkingaboutrock@gmail.com. You can like us and follow us on all our social media and our website, Talking About Rock. Gus again, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.